All right, this is problem number 3.2 from chapter 7. It's asking us what is meant by a country specializing in the production of a good. Is it typical for countries to be completely specialized? Briefly explain. So, specialization just means that a country has a comparative advantage in the production of a certain good, and because of that, it specializes in making that good. Instead of wasting time on producing goods that other countries can make more cheaply than it can, it focuses on making the good in which it has a comparative advantage in. And because of this, they can then trade that good for all the other goods they need. And the second part of this question is it typical for countries to be specialized? And it is not. It's not because in practice this would never work, right? I mean, first of all, you have services that you can't really import, right? I mean, the example economists always use is haircuts. You can't import or export a haircut, right? I mean, it's a service. And so that alone is going to keep countries from completely specializing because people will go into the service industry. In addition, um, there is a rising marginal cost of making of specializing. So as you make more and more of whatever good you're specialized in, it's going to become more and more expensive, where it eventually reaches the point that it would be cheaper to produce another good than make another unit of the good you're specializing in. And so, because of that, countries don't completely specialize. They might mainly trade one thing, but they still trade other goods. So, like for example, the reason you don't see an Arab economy only trading oil is because eventually it becomes too expensive for them to trade that oil, and then they start, or rather, not trading, excuse me, exporting. They then start producing other things so that they don't need to rely on exporting oil to be able to trade for those things. So the short answer is that what is meant by a country specializing in the production of a good? It means that it has the comparative advantage and it uses that advantage by making only that good and trading it for goods that are cheaper. And is it typical for countries to be completely specialized? No, it's not.